Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to All Burgundy and Gold, everything powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9, 1340 AM, Hopewell, Virginia. I'm Glen. I'm joined by my co-hosts Wole and George. What's up, fellas? What's going on, people?
What's good, man? Football.
Commanders,
man. We get the bounce. We get the bounce back, and we get. I think he's back. That's all I want to say. He's back. That's all we got. That's all I'm gonna say.
I missed y'all, man. I couldn't do the pregame Sunday. I couldn't do the postgame Sunday. I'm just happy to be back with the fellas. I did watch a little bit. Sunday was a busy day. It just couldn't. I tried, couldn't get it together. But hey, I'm back here, George. Man, how you feeling, George?
Feeling good, ready to talk about. There's a lot of very juicy issues I think we can sink our teeth into tonight. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, go ahead, George.
All right. First and foremost, subscribe. You are subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, and your other fine podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Errrything. Also, tweet us at ABG_Errrything, 3 R's, and hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_Errrything, 3 R's. Make sure you subscribe, like, and subscribe to All Burgundy and Gold Errrything YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help the show, and they will be prioritized over all the other comments. We are also streaming live on the Urban Sports Scene X account. Glen.
Yo, it's time for a pregame. Here's what we have on tap. We're going to talk about Jayden Daniels and Sam Cosmi, both possibly returning against the Chargers this weekend, but we know Jayden is returning against the Chargers this weekend. Jayden has been cleared to go. However, there are reports that say he'll be wearing a knee brace. How much of an impact can Jayden Daniels' return have on the Commanders' offense against the Chargers? And should fans expect any rust after missing 2 games? I know we talked about the knee brace last week. Wole, do you still feel the same about Jayden and the knee brace?
I mean, he cleared him. They cleared him, so that's the thing about it. I'm not really comfortable with him, having to go out there with a knee brace. I get it. Like, you got to be careful anyway. Once you have a knee sprain, that's natural. And when you have a knee sprain, you're going to rock a knee brace. You're not come back from a knee sprain. Like I said earlier, chances are, like when you talk about a sprain, there is some type of ligament damage. It's the degree of the sprain, right? So there's some type of tear, what you want to call it, some type of tear. So I think the precautionary measure is to have a brace, but anybody knows who plays with a brace, regardless of any sport, it ain't like it's the same when you don't have a brace. There is some restriction. Don't like Todd said, he said here, 25 knee braces aren't the same as braces. I agree, but like there is some restriction. It's not the same fluidness. And Jayden pretty much said it. Like, he prefer not to have the knee brace on. Like, he said it. So it lets you know already, like, it's not the same, but for his own safety at best, like, he should have a knee brace. But I mean, if they cleared him, I said this before, I trust this organization. I trust this regime not to put their players in harm's way.
Yeah, George, your thoughts on Jayden return and him wearing the knee brace this week?
I'm curious as to how much restriction is there, because I like what Tosh said about they're not like the 90s when they were these big, bulky things, and you knew if a guy was wearing one back then, they weren't going anywhere. Except to drop back to throw. Yeah. Like, they could drop back in those things and maybe step one side or the other to avoid the rush, but they weren't running anywhere.
Yeah.
It's a lot different now. And I also wonder if they're just doing the knee brace as a precaution up to the game, and then maybe at the game they won't do the knee brace.
Oh no! You better, if you're wearing to practice, you're gonna wear it in the game.
You can wear it in the game. I got a rule at high school: whatever you wear in practice during the week, you're gonna wear it in the game. Don't play.
Okay. Well, again, that answers my question because I didn't know that's how that worked. Yeah. So I think Jayden's ready. I think this was always the target. It's not, there were some people saying, people were sort of like cold benching Jayden because Mariota did so well. No, this was always the target.
Oh yeah.
And look, they didn't lose the Atlanta game because Jayden Daniels didn't play. They lost the Atlanta game because of coaching and execution and all sorts of things that we don't need to get into here. But I think that this will give the team a boost. I'm ready to see him play. I'm ready to see tens of thousands of Burgundy and Gold in that stadium take that stadium over. Let's have it. Let's go.
Oh, Mike has a good point. Mike here says, and George, you know, because you're a Brock Bowers fan, he said Bowers was a shell of himself with the brace on.
That's true.
He hasn't been the same. So, like, it's going to,
That's true.
letting individuals, it's going to hinder you. Now, it's all about how you, the degree of, like, how much, like, Jayden's so fast, like, his speed with the brace can still be faster than, you know, most people out there on the football field, right? But again, it depends on how you, to me, and this is just the truth, this is a fact. He is going to have to not just forget, like, we know how he does run the football. He's going to have to throw the ball better than he's done the last 2 games of him this season. I think that's the thing that's most important. Like, I feel like we can't rely on him at, like, using his legs all the time. We're going to have to rely on him on his arm. So that's up to Cliff to make life easy for him, throwing that football, getting guys open, utilizing Deebo Samuels. This is going to really show what Cliff, you know. And also, this is the most important thing, Glenn. This is, and you'll enjoy this. Run the football. Like, that will make life easy for Jayden. Run the football.
Yeah, definitely makes life easy for Jayden. But I mean, you got to look at the competitiveness that Jayden has, right? If the receivers are not open and the pocket breaks down, regardless whether he has a knee brace or not, he's going to take off. Now,
that's a fact.
The question is that, you know, now he has to realize either see how fast he can usually get out of bounds. He seems like he usually avoid hits anyway, right? After he gets the first down, he has a nice long stride. He get out of bounds. All right, and so he also had to get to the point where he has to learn how to slide. Right, the knee brace is not his idea. Let's be honest. The knee brace is the Washington Commanders' idea. This is what they want to make him feel comfortable. He'll rather not have it on. He'll rather play the way that he is because he's a competitor. Right, he wants to win. George, to your point, I know we don't want to harp on this. It was not Marcus Mariota's fault that the Washington Commanders lost this past weekend, right? It was to the Atlanta Falcons. Marcus has 2 good games, right? Compared to what has been his games were good. It was the defensively, you couldn't stop anybody, right? Now, what I can blame Marcus for is this. Drives did stall where Jayden might have picked them up, right? We settled for field goals instead of 7s. If they get 7s on that game, it's a different ball game. But again, you know, 6 1/2, and it doesn't, you know, whatever case may be. We don't know what would have happened. You don't know, you know, people can say whatever, but we do know Marcus didn't lose the game for the Commanders. Right? All I can say is he didn't lose the game for the Commanders. So moving into this game, as Jayden Daniels prepares, you know, I think he's prepared for 3 weeks. My question to you guys, and the question to the people in the chat, this is where I think, I don't want to say, I'm not saying sophomore slump, none of that crap. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. Right? That's crazy talk. The question is here, George. We talked about this for several weeks. Jayden didn't play preseason. He played in a game, played in another game, been gone for 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Now he has to, so it's like he's starting preseason all over again. Right, the chemistries with the guys are not there. Right, he doesn't have a Terry McLaurin, he doesn't have a Noah Brown, so he has to create chemistry. Here come Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. I got to throw it out there with Luke McCaffrey and Moore and those guys. He has to create that
Mike
chemistry.
Ain't here yet.
Mike ain't in there yet. So he got to create those. Jayden has to create chemistry with receivers that he hasn't practiced, that he hasn't had a game situation with. Right, so that's what the issue is, or not that we want him to pass more. But the chemistry with those guys have to be there. Now, we saw that he did have chemistry with Deebo Samuels, but Deebo Samuels hadn't practiced in 2 days. He's dealing with a heel issue, right? So we'll see if Deebo is ready for Sunday, which he should be. But again, we have to be able to. I knew somebody would be in this, but he has to be able to start working, be comfortable with the guys on the field.
Glenn? This plays into your point perfectly, though. We're talking about rust potentially, the lack of practice time. Although again, you can imagine these practices they've been using every second to try to build some of the chemistry that you're talking about. This is all the more reason to have Jayden Daniels turn around and hand that thing off 35 times, because not only is that going to help the quarterback, because it means he's not going to have to throw the ball as much, but you could put Jayden Daniels in better situations. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 2nd and 4, you know, those kinds of things. That's what we got to do. We got to stay out of 3rd and long, stay out of those pre-snap penalties that put you in 1st and 15, 1st and 20 because you get a holding. Stay out of those situations, which admittedly last year, Jayden Daniels excelled at getting us out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect that on Sunday against the Chargers with what you said. So run the dang ball, get this thing in 2nd and 3rd and manageable, 2nd and 3rd and short, and then that's going to help Jayden slowly but surely get into the kind of rhythm he needs to get into.
George, you said something that was key, man, and that's playing behind the sticks, right? And playing behind the sticks with penalties or playing behind the sticks because you called a play that lost 70 yards. On this past Sunday's game, the Washington Commanders were first. They was 1st and 30, right? Do you remember? Do you remember that? Right? It was 1st and 30.
Yes.
Now, granted, they picked it up, but you can't. You're not going to pick that up every time, right? You're not going to pick that up. You can't play behind the sticks. You're going to have to play in front of the ball. You're going to be able to have to run the ball, a little bit of play action. I don't. We'll see how healthy Jayden is. If Todd, you just took it out. I just looked down and you said it. If they run the option, right? If he runs a zone, if he runs zone read.
I want to give Mike his props real quick because he gave a super chat. Thanks, Mike, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat, Mike. Appreciate it.
Bill. They got to stop Baby and Bill. That's
correct.
You're
right. Definitely got to stop Baby and Bill. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, we'll see how healthy he is if he runs a zone read, right? Run the zone read where he has the option to pull, right? And see if he takes off and pull it. Of course,
I like that one, Paul. I like that one too.
Of course, we know in practice they're not touching Jayden Daniels, right? I'm not saying there's nobody laying a hit on him. So here it is psychologically. Is he willing to take that hit, right? Is he willing to get somebody coming off the edge, right? Those are the things that we got to look at on Sunday and see. Of course, he wants to play. I mean, he's the biggest cheerleader out there. I think the fans want him to play, right? I think he is healthy enough to play. Truth be told, I kind of almost think you could set him one more week, but
he's coming home. He has to play.
I know he's coming home. I understand it. I understand the narrative. I understand the dynamics, right? I understand why he's playing this week.
Yeah. He wasn't gonna miss this game at all.
He wasn't gonna miss this game at all. I understand the dynamic, but again, you have and it's not just him because there's a lot of quarterbacks throughout the league. So we can go through that whole gamut too. So it has to be something that he has to be consistent. I think the energy is going to be there just for the fact that he's back.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's the one thing. It's going to be a lift on. It's going to be. He's going to lift. He's going to lift the team, lift the whole, all the players from defense and offense. Just knowing you got your guy out there, that does a lot, man. It really does. I like this, Paul. I like this statement. Jayden will have to play like Clark Kent, not Superman Sunday. I kind of agree.
That's Paul.
You got to be conditions. Hey, you see, this is DH's father, D Will's father, man. What's up? What's going on? Will said George, run the ball, definitely. So I think that that's the thing, and the thing that's gonna be. I don't know if anybody's watched the Chargers play football. Their defense is stout. And how they play, they don't. It's almost similar to how the Packers play. Like how the corners play. They take away that stuff underneath. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to try to. It's similar. So they keep everything in front of them. They lost Khalil Mack, so their pass rush won't be. The pass rush is still decent. Don't get twisted, but it's not. Obviously, you don't have Khalil Mack out there. They're gonna have to run the football. If they don't run the football, it's gonna be hard for them to win that football game. So that's why it's essential for Jayden Daniels to have a run game, because then we don't want to see something like we saw in that Packers game where we had to try to rely so much on. Trying to pass our way out of things. Run the football. They have to run the football this game. This defense is arguably probably the best defense Washington's seen so far in the Chargers defense schematically and what they do as a football team on the defense side of football. Arguably. They're one of the best or better defenses that Washington's seen so far. So they're going to have to run the football. And then we're traveling to the West Coast. So this is a game where I feel like to make life easier, not trying to overthink the whole situation, run the football. But they're losing a lot of people, especially in the offense. We'll talk about that in the pregame in terms of what they're missing for Washington in terms of how they can take advantage of this Chargers game. But just we want to stick to Jayden. But I'm with you, Mike. Yeah, they're missing a lot of play, which makes it winnable. Definitely, I think it's winnable.
It's winnable if Jackson Dart can beat him in his first start.
Well, I'll say this: they had to go travel on the East Coast.
True.
It's not. It's a little different. And also, we said this before. I said this before. The Giants' defense wasn't the problem. I've said this. Like their defense can hold on to anybody. Like real talk. Like that defense is stout. But anyway, back to Jayden. Like this is what Jayden is. It's like they're gonna have to make life easier. Like they're not gonna have Noah Brown. Not gonna have Terry McLaurin. Not gonna have I think those are two offensive weapons in terms of wide receivers. They just signed Robbie Chosen. What's his name?
Yeah, Robbie Chosen.
Robbie. What's it? Anderson. Why did he
used
change
to be Robbie Anderson? Yeah.
Why did he change his name again?
Who knows? But I hope we see Ja'Cory Brooks before we see Robbie Anderson or Robbie Chosen.
Well, yeah, I hope so too. Me too. But yeah. So it's not like the weapons are thorough. Like so, in terms of like the wide receivers for Jayden, who. Good
and
God.
Debo, we trust, baby. And Zach Ertz.
Debo
and Zach.
And he's dealing with a heel injury, like you said. He's dealing with something. Like who, like other than Debo, I think that's easy. Like Debo is easy. Like he's Mr. Reliable. They're going to be talking to Debo.
It's Zach Ertz.
That's the one that's going to have to step up.
Zach Ertz is going to have to step up. I mean, this year Zach has stepped up a little bit, but there's been some passes that he's dropped, right? That he normally would have made. Some that may be behind him or whatever case may be. Zach Ertz has to be that guy. This week because he think about last year, right? The big touchdowns, the big catches. It was Zach Ertz, if you really think about it. Yeah. Zach Ertz was the guy who bailed the Washington Commanders out a lot last year with the help of Jayden Daniels. Yeah. So you have to be able to do that. Again, George, you said it Sunday. We can't outscore people 40-41. Yeah. So we know Jayden return is great, and I know we probably talk about it on the pregame, but he only plays one side of the football.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that side later. But yeah,
but it's like you say, keep their offense off the field. Here's who else you can step up. Maybe it's time to start throwing the ball to the running back once in a while because it seems like since Eckler went out, we're not even trying.
That's a good
Chris
point,
Rodriguez or Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt or Jeremy McNichols in screens.
Good point.
Or pass patterns. How about once in a while we have the bailout, we have the safety valve to the running back. And not just the tight end, because they're looking for the tight end, and I think that's why Ertz is not having as good a year. It's because people know that when Jayden gets in any trouble, he's going there first.
I mean, Zach ain't having a bad year. I mean, Zach is it's pretty much on par, close to what he was doing last year.
It is. He's in the same boat as Louvu, right?
He's way better than this. No, that's an insult to Zach.
No, there's not the big explosive catches or the big explosive.
I mean, he got explosive. I mean, Zach ain't explosive, dog.
Or the ones that bailed us, or the ones that bailed the team out. Right, last year he bailed the team out in a lot of them. Same thing with Louvu. Louvu bailed the team out with touchdowns or things that, or not touchdowns, with tackles or things that we seem like, I'm just saying it's not wooing.
Zach Ertz, if you look at the first 5-4 games, Zach Ertz has like 100, like close to 200, like 150 yards. He has 2 touchdowns. Like for a tight end, he's not a wide receiver. Tight ends he's not that type. He's not going to give you 1,000 yards of receiving. He's not. No. But last year, his stats, if we go look at his last year's stats, like this year it's not bad. Like Zach Ertz, I mean, the last game he wasn't, and he made big catches last week, but it wasn't. Again, we were getting dominated, so it's different. And also when you got Jayden out there, Jayden and Zach Ertz have a different chemistry. He had to play with Marcus Mariota, so I feel like Zach Ertz with Jayden is fine. Hold on, we got Santiago has a thanks for super chat, Santiago. Appreciate you. He says, will Cliff run the ball 30 plus times? He should, Santiago, to help Jayden. He should.
He better.
Yeah, Mike. I kind of think you're right.
It's kind of sad thing to say, Mike, but it's true, unfortunately.
I think you are right, Mike. I think Jayden and this offense definitely missed these two.
That's not a sentence I expected to utter this year.
I agree. He said Zach is actually where he was at last year. He actually got better towards the end of the season.
Okay.
I agree. I don't think Zach is not like I think Zach is fine, to be honest with you. 2 touchdowns already for a tight end. That's what you want him in the red zone. That's to me where I want Zach. I want Zach getting money in the red zone. That's where I'm at. Like I don't look at it like you got to be getting. Zach's not gonna get 100 yards receiving. Like we're not looking for that a game. We're not gonna look for that. Like if he's getting 40, 50, and 2 touchdowns or a touchdown, I'm good. Like I'm good. And again, especially His 2 touchdowns came with did Mariota throw him a touchdown pass? Did he throw him? I don't think he threw him one, right? Did he?
I thought he threw him a 2-pointer last week. Am I wrong about
that?
that?
I'm talking about touchdown. You talking about 2-point? No, I'm talking about touchdown, not 2-point conversion. Touchdown. He threw him a touchdown.
I'm checking now.
The Giants. No, Jayden threw him both touchdowns.
Jayden gave both
Packers
touchdowns.
in the Giants game. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. When Jayden gets back, he'll be fine. Jayden's his guy. Like he will get touches with Jayden. That is going to happen. Like we all know that reporters have come in. Him and Jayden and Zach have awesome chemistry, so he will get his touches. But he had some good games. He had a good game with the Packers. Actually, yeah, his best game came with Jayden against the Packers. 6 catches, 64 yards. His second best game did come with Marcus, but that was 3 catches for only 38 yards. 3 catches for 38 yards. So, and the other game with Marcus. 2 catches with Marcus. So yeah, he'll, he hasn't been. Mike. I knew Mike. See, now Mike's in the building. What's going on, Mike? Now Mike is in the building.
Yo, you say his name 3 times, he shows up, man.
Like Candyman, buddy. And we about to. But you know what? I feel like
Joe Hendry.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Yeah, you know who needs to step up? Like not step up. Continue on the path that he's in right now is McCaffrey. See, Mike's perfect timing. McCaffrey had a touchdown. I feel like he can help Jayden, but I think a lot of people will say, well, Jayden needs to look for him. Like, so do you think now with Jayden back, because he's gotten to watch from the sideline, do you think now he's like, okay, maybe I need to get Luke McCaffrey more involved? Do you think he'll start to look at Luke McCaffrey more? I'm gonna start with you, George.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. I mean, let's face it. We're looking at a wide receiving core. We think we hope we're gonna have Debo. And then after that, Luke. And who else? Chris Moore? Do we really want Jayden Daniels throwing the ball to Chris Moore? No, we don't. Not at this point. So I hope he's looking for him. He better be looking for him. Because it just can't be. It just can't be the Debo and Zach Ertz show on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And Jayden is at his best when he spreads the ball around. That's why I want to see him throwing it to Luke and throwing it to some of these other Jalen Lane and some of these other guys and the running backs. Oh, that's when he's at his best. So yes, he better be looking for Luke McCaffrey.
What about you, Glenn?
Well, the reason that he couldn't find Luke before because you can't throw the ball while somebody's on the bench that's out of bounds, right? So, when he's on the field, you have an opportunity to find him, right? But you said a name that was key, Jalen Lane.
Yeah, I forgot about good.
Right? Jayden Lane is that name right now, right? With this team, with everybody, all the receivers going where they are, Jayden Lane is the guy that people are looking for. Marcus Mariota looking for Jayden Lane. Jayden Daniels is going to look for Jaylen Lane. Luke would be a good number 2. But I'm about to go to the Bible, man. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Hey, man, God is good.
I know, right? For Luke it is because we started talking about that dude, and now that dude started catching balls.
Yeah.
But not all jokes aside, he's starting to get opportunities, right? Mm-hmm. Because of all the injuries, he's really starting to get opportunities now. And so he's making proof of the opportunities or making sure of the opportunities. And he's making those in the front office look like they did a great job by keeping him on the team. Right? He's making everybody look good. So at that point, go to him. He knows the offense. He's been in it. This is his second year. Let's be honest, his second year in the offense. So he's going to be able to find the right routes to sit in the right holes. And help Jayden out. So
I agree with this, Paul. I think he will look for Lane before he looks for Luke. And there's no knock on Luke. I think he will. Mm-hmm. I think that's a guy they need to get. To your point, I think that's something that somebody that they need to, or not Jayden needs to look at to rely on is Jalen Lane. I do believe that. I believe that Lane is getting some confidence from that kickoff return. He has. Marcus, even on his interception, I think he underthrew Jalen because Jalen was open on that touch, even open for a touchdown. So I do think that if they can utilize him more, try to utilize him as best as he can, just like how they utilized De'Ami Brown down the stretch last year. I think Jalen Lane could easily take that role and be successful in that role. I would love for them because they need explosive players, right? That's what they need. They need explosive players, and Jalen Lane has explosive play capability. Like you can give him wide receiver screens and he can take it to the house. If you can do that on kickoff punt returns and almost every time you touch the football, you can literally almost have a house call. You can do that on offense. We've seen that with the Cowboys with Turpin, right? Like they just get to put the ball in his hands, and he has an opportunity to make big plays. Same here with the Commanders with Jalen Lane. You give him opportunities to get the ball in his hands, just like they do with Debo. Like they give Debo every opportunity to put the ball in his hand because they know Debo yards after carry is crazy, right? Or yards after catch is crazy. So you could do the same thing with Jalen Lane, and I think you can get an opportunity to have a quick touchdown. He has that ability. This is not a knock on Luke. Luke could be a steady Eddie type of individual, a guy that can get you, possibly can get you be a possession receiver for this team. But Jalen, if you want to get those quick touchdowns, those momentum touchdowns, I do think they got to utilize Jalen Lane. I was mad that even Chris Moore was getting the one-on-one when they on the outside.
Right.
And I didn't like that. I think Jalen Lane's out there. You drafted this dude for a reason. Everyone, just like we talk about Bill, Jalen Lane was talked about like that in the offseason and period. Like everybody was talking about, they got to steal with Jalen Lane. Well, let's stop playing with it. Especially like we're looking at Jayden Daniels needs weapons. Everybody's out. He needs weapons. Like, stop playing with it. If you say that this dude has ability, just like you say Bill has ability, you say like Lane has ability, let's stop playing with it. You know what I mean? Let's go for it. Let's utilize these weapons so we can get especially I'm all about making life easy for Jayden Daniels. That's my belief. Like, make life easy for Jayden Daniels. All right, you got guys who can score quick, who can strike fear to the opponent because of the speed. Utilize them. Yeah,
I think what we talk about, I got to use a wrestling reference a couple years ago. The young guys gonna have to go grab the brass ring, right?
I like that.
The young guys are gonna have to go get it. You got your veterans out. Your veteran guys are out. It is time for the young guys to go step up and grab the brass ring. You have your captain back. He's in the saddle. Go get the football. Wherever he puts it at, go get it. If he throws a little bit high, show your jumping ability, right? If he leaves a little short, show your breakdown speed. You're coming to get it, right? If you got to stem your route off to get open, go stem your route off because he's rolling out. It's time for the young guys to no longer be young guys, but it's time for the young guys to start progressing as Jayden progresses, and that's what I'm looking for on Sunday, man. I have those guys who are not named Terry McLaurin, not named Noah Brown, not named Deebo Samuel. How do they respond to Jayden Daniels throwing the football? How do they respond to him being the commander and being the commander in the Commander's offense? All right, being the commander in the Commander's offense. How do they respond? And I know they all practice and they practice together, hang out together, but do they 100% trust that know that Jayden's going to be put the ball where they needed to be? And can they go outside and the Cliff Kingsbury offense? Can they block like Terry McLaurin or Noah Brown? Because these two guys, we talked about screens earlier.
They block, yeah.
With screens, when you run screens, receivers got to block. So we'll see.
And they got to block. And then, you're right. Those dudes block. That's what they like about those dudes. Yes. I'm with you, Paul. Got to free Bill the Lane, man. Got to free him, man.
Yeah.
You can't keep doing this.
Just don't go into this game and give Chris Rodriguez and Bill and Nick Nichols 16 total carries.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to help Jayden. That's not going to help Jayden. If you want to, and we're not going to go into keys and whatever, this, that, and the other, but like to help Jayden, that's essential though, to George's point. You gotta run the football. If you want to help Jayden have a successful game, like you gotta do that for Jayden. Like that, to me, it's essential. But like speaking of, let's go to like Sam Cosmi. Sam Cosmi, he was designated to return to the practice from the reserve physically unable to perform list this week. However, he will not play Sunday. He did not make the trip. Are you a little disappointed to say Big Sam ain't going to make it in LA?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Because I said this earlier when the news came out to someone. I know he was progressing and he was ahead of schedule. The offense doesn't need him.
Okay, yeah.
And if I make that point, right, the offense is not right now. I want to make sure he's 100%, right?
Got you. Okay.
That you can ride him going into the playoffs, not in October.
I like that.
Right? Ride him going to play. Make sure he's where he's supposed to be. To me, and I know it's progression, and we may not say it. And when I first heard it, I'm like, dang, Jayden and Sam got cleared. Is the Commanders pushing the panic button already, and they got to bring everybody back? That's the first thought I had, right? That like, is that it? I'm like, nah. Make sure Sam's good. Like I said, hasn't been bad. Offensively, hasn't been bad. You're averaging, besides the Green Bay game, you're averaging about 4.5 yards a carry. You score rushing touchdowns. Your quarterback hasn't been sacked that many times. So I'd rather get Sam 100%. Now, if he's 100% and the doctor clears him and he's ready to full go, bring him in, But I need him to be like 100.
What about you, George?
When people were talking about Sam Cosmi playing this week, I was like, this is bonkers. Because let me lay my cards out on the table. I'm pretty sure in this stream, post the Detroit game, I said Sam Cosmi, see you in 2026 when he got hurt. I have been on red shirt Sam Cosmi.
Me too.
I've been on that side of the debate from that moment, and I still am. This 21-day thing is interesting because you got to make a decision in 21 days, and they go back on IR and they're out for the season. So what I wonder is, okay, they've opened the window now, so he must have, in whatever workouts or whatever rehab he's done, he must have hit some pretty clear marks to get to this point. So what I'm curious about is, what are the marks he's got to hit that at 21 days they're going to say, okay, we're going to leave you on the active roster, even if you're not going to be active in 21 days. Because that's the other thing we got to remember. It's going to take probably a minimum 6 weeks to ramp Cosby up. So we're talking about Thanksgiving, thereabouts, before we're going to see Sam Cosmi, at least in my opinion. I don't think you're throwing him out there in 3 weeks, coming off a serious injury for 9 months. So does he hit the certain marks that you say to yourself, okay, we can leave him on the roster. We're going to have him in late November, and we'll have him from late November, December, and hopefully a deep run in January. And is that affected at all by what our record is and where we're sitting in the whole standings and all that?
Do you want to know? You want to hear what it really is, or do you want to hear so? All reporters have told me he looks amazing.
Really?
So I'm gonna be real with you. So I don't think it's gonna take that long, bro. Like I thought, I'm with you. I thought like people thought he could. People thought he can play this week. Like I didn't believe it because I feel like you gotta be in game shape. I think it's a game shape thing. Like try to get him in game shape. I feel like from what I heard, like I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you, if he's back within the next couple of weeks. Like I feel like from what I heard, people said like he looks amazing. I was like, and you know me, George, I'm with you. Like, don't get it twisted, George. I'm with you.
Yeah. Like
I was like, yo, this should be a redshirt year. That's how I felt. But I've heard that he looks amazing. Like he looks like he's ready to go.
Okay.
So,
but I heard he's always been ahead of schedule.
I heard he's far ahead of schedule.
All right. I mean, like he's younger.
To be real,
and the technology's better, and I get all that.
Even to open up the window this early lets you know how good he looks.
Okay.
So I'm letting you know that he looks the part. I've heard that.
I mean, I was shocked. I was absolutely stunned when that news came out.
Yeah, like
I had no thought at all that it was going to be this early.
Yeah, like to your point though, George, I'm not like. I would be cool as just sitting him for like just to make sure, but everybody has told me like he looks amazing. So I'm like, It is what it is. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like I didn't expect him to play this game against the Chargers, but I will. I think within the next two games, yeah, I can see him playing. I don't know which game it would be. If it's not, I'll say this much: if it's not who they play after the Chargers. If somebody can check.
Shoot. I'll check.
Yeah. If it's not, depending on the opponent, I feel like depending on the opponent. Yeah, Dallas.
It's the Bears at home.
The Bears, I'm sorry.
It's the Bears at home on Monday night.
Who's after the Bears?
After the Bears is at Cowboys.
That's the game. Yeah. It'll be the Cowboys game. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll play the Cowboys game. And so, if he don't play the Bears game, he's definitely playing. If he don't play the Bears game, he's definitely playing the Cowboys game. Like I will. He's definitely playing the Cowboys game. I can see him playing the Bears game though. Don't get twisted. A home game amongst the fans. I can see him playing the Cowboys game. I mean the Bears game. That's a home game. I can see him playing that game. But if he doesn't play that game, he is definitely playing the Cowboys game for sure. Yeah, Mike, for sure playing the Cowboys game. And he went to Texas. And he went to UT.
And he went to UT.
Yeah, he's playing that game. We ain't talk. Look, man, would you leave that Dak crap somewhere else? What's wrong with you? See, Mike, I gave you a Luke Love, and now you talking about Dak Prescott. Leave that somewhere else, bro.
We don't want those problems.
We don't talk about no Dak out here. What's wrong with you, man?
We definitely don't want that problem.
Leave that Dak talking Dallas. Come on, bro. What we doing here? See, Mike, you don't have me get on you again, bro. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, we don't deal with teams that tie.
Yeah, we don't talk. Yeah, exactly. We don't
talk ties in football.
Yeah, Glenn, you said you wanted to talk about something real quick about Terry before you want to talk.
Oh yeah, Terry, man.
Yeah,
isn't it great? Terry got his money.
Yes, yeah, I mean,
because he's not earning it right now, and so he's not earning it right now.
He got hurt.
And
like, what are we doing
hold on, no, but this is my point.
Wow.
And I'm not necessarily a bad way. This team has played the first week without Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
The team has played the last game.
The last 2 games, the last
game. Because he got hurt the game before.
Yeah, they lost the last game without him, right?
Yeah, they lost the last game without him. So in theory, this team is 0-2, right?
Yeah.
Without Terry McLaurin.
Well, oh yeah, because wait. They won the first.
No, they won the first one. They 1-1. They 1-1.
They won with Terry. Yeah, they 1-1. They 1-1.
1-1 with Terry.
Well, no, they're 0-1 because Terry played that game and he played the game. He played that game. He just got hurt.
Yeah.
So they're just 0-1 without Terry. They're 0-1.
Yes, without Terry, 0-1. Now they didn't really miss a step offensively.
Where? Against Atlanta.
Huh?
They started slow. They could have used Terry.
They started slow all year. They started slow all year.
No, they could have used Terry against Atlanta.
Their offense was okay.
Yeah, I know. I know, right? Yeah, it was okay.
They started slow all year with a backup quarterback. One of my points.
But Mariota, like against the Raiders, Mariota. We talking about Mariota. Did he start slow against the Raiders? No.
Mariota? No.
Yeah, no. So he didn't start. He started slow against Atlanta. He didn't have all this. He didn't have Terry. I'm just saying, like.
My point is this is the opportunity to see if this team, we all argued it all summer long.
Mm-hmm.
Can this team win a big game without Terry McLaurin? And it was a JD5. This has been the game.
Oh, without JD5. With JD5. I got you.
Yeah, with JD5. Because we've talked about it all summer long.
You're right. Yeah, I got you. I get you going there.
That's been a discussion on a lot of people's. We had that discussion. Is it JD5 or is it Terry McLaurin? Well, we'll get to find out this week who it really is, because there's no Terry McLaurin, but there's JD5.
Locals are saying Terry is saying he is not sandbagging.
He's not sandbagging.
Y'all do it. Now y'all going to
the man wants to play, but the team doctors won't clear him.
I mean, look, man, this is what happens. Let's keep it being. This is what happens when you sit out most of it. Injuries like this happens. This is
we talked about.
I know. I'm not going to. Look, I'm a Terry supporter, but that's what it is. Like that's what it is. But I'm not going to come out here and say like he's sandbagging.
Oh no,
or he's in his feelings. Like that touchdown, like he hurt. Like he legit hurt.
He gave everything he could to get the touchdown, to get the end zone.
A diva. What is a diva? What did he have?
Oh, Michael.
Look. He's trying to get with me. I get you. Yeah. Sulking. Hey. He's not sulking. Terry is sulking. Where is he sulking at? Terry has not done any. Like he's been chilling.
They won't let him play. That's the problem.
They won't let him play. Y'all killing me. I'm telling you what the locals are saying. The locals. The locals are crazy.
There's some locals who like doing nothing but stirring up trouble, Todd.
Well, the locals are pushing the panic button too, though.
They're pushing the agenda. You talking about local media?
Not local
fans. I assume that's the locals he's talking about.
Locals are fans or local media? What are you talking about? The media? Because they got an agenda, so I don't mess with the locals. You're asking the wrong person. I don't listen to the locals. Yeah, I know me. I don't listen to the locals.
My point was this.
No one should listen to him.
My point is that
yes, I agree, Paul. I agree with this. Oh no, he thought he scored. I mean, he wasn't sulking. No, he thought he scored. Everybody, he did score. Once they thought he did score, they just took it away from him.
They took it away from him.
The joy wasn't there.
Oh, the media.
I'm not having that.
Oh, the media. I mean, hey, come on, man, Todd.
They
I ain't gonna
do
lie to you,
nothing to
Todd.
stir up
You listen to the
trouble.
wrong person, Todd. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't listen to them dudes. So you the wrong person. I don't pay them dudes no mind because a lot of them are corny. I said it.
They are
corny. I'm sorry.
They're fair weather.
Some
Sorry,
of them are
buddy.
a lot worse than that, but we're not going to go
I know
there.
exactly. This is a G-rated show. That's why I'm calling them corny.
Exactly.
Mike said Terry got the bag and
Michael,
now got cut
Michael.
on his knee. Now he's ghost.
Michael,
Well,
don't do that.
Mike, I ain't
Michael.
going to mess with you, bro. Because
I'm gonna mess with Mike. Mike,
I ain't
Mike.
messing
The only reason Luke is winning, Luke is playing, is because Terry got that cut on his knee. Let's be honest. According to you,
Yeah.
I like Terry. Trust me. But we all know if Terry and Noah was healthy, Luke wouldn't be getting no shine like he was getting.
Terry's playing like a dude who's held out for most of the year,
And he got hurt.
Yeah, that's how. We're acting like he played like 5-6 games into it, and now that no.
People have been waiting to slander Terry since
I know they're
whole
waiting.
thing ended.
Hey, George. I know. Believe me, I'm just laughing at.
Oh,
it.
They've been waiting, but again, Terry has did everything.
Diego Santiago, is he exactly like what are we doing here? Like,
well,
like all right, real talk.
That's coaching, in my opinion.
But I agree. So, all right, are we going to do this then? Like, I'm gonna use your point. Then if you're going to use Terry like that, is Jayden sandbagging? No, if that's what y'all going to do, is Jayden sandbagging?
Oh, is
he? Just had a great year. He ain't come in this season looking like the old Jayden. Is he sandbagging? Are we doing that?
Hey, Mike. Hold up. I gotta address Mike real quick. Mike, I would still take Mike Tomlin over Dan Quinn. I'm just being honest with you.
Well,
man, Dan Quinn's taking some shots this week on the social media. People have been putting some stuff on his name too.
No, I'm not about sandbag. I'm not. No, I'm talking. No, not. And I'm not getting paid. Like you got all the love about being rookie of the year, this, that, and the other. Is he sandbagging? I'm asking you. Like, is he sandbagging? Because I'm gonna say no. Listen, I'm gonna say no. But I just want to know, is he sandbagging? Because is he living off his morals?
Can we be honest? The team it's not the players making the decision. It's the team.
I agree.
It is Adam Peters and Dan Quinn. Those guys are making the decision. It is not Jayden Daniels. It is not Terry McLaurin that's making the decision.
Oh, okay, Mike.
Because what I've heard, both of those guys wanted to play, and shoot, Jayden wanted to play last week.
Yeah, he did. No, I'm with you. Look, me saying that, I don't believe that Jayden. I'm not saying at all. I'm just using that for in terms of other people's arguments about coming into a season not looking like themselves compared to last year. Like we're not one. Like I'm saying, like I'm just using that as an example. Yeah. If you're gonna use that as an example and say somebody is sandbagging, like that's all I'm saying.
And you know Mike, you might very well be right about what you're saying here, but I got to tell you something. It's time to get over it. We're in October, and his team's 2-2. They got if he really does feel disrespected, put that crap aside and let's go.
I can see this point though. I can see
they got a lot of work to do after this first month.
Honestly, y'all, the team went a little Hollywood. All right, we're gonna go that route. I mean, then hey. I couldn't believe that. I can go with that then, Paul. If you're saying that the team is
you know what?
was for themselves from last year,
then Glen isn't as wrong as y'all think he is about Mike Tomlin versus DQ. If that's true,
I love DQ, so I'm not going to even.
I like DQ as well. I like DQ, but when the watch, can everybody be honest? Because this is when I made the comment when they was looking for a head coach. DQ was not the top dude, right?
He wasn't.
That's right.
DQ was really honest. DQ was almost at the bottom of the list. He kind of fell into Washington's hands when everybody from Detroit said, "No, what, we're going back."
They gave him a ticket out of Reagan National. I like first class.
But I will say this though, in terms of I like Mike Tomlin, but I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Like, I mean, Mike Tomlin's consistent in terms of what he's done and getting the team to postseason. I give you that. But
his postseason record
great. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna hold you.
Great.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
It isn't great.
If we're gonna go off current,
but he needs a new scenery. He needs a new place.
I think so too. I agree with that too. But I'm saying we're gonna go off of recency.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's got it covered recently.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
But
that's all I'm gonna say.
Look at this is the other thing. This fan base, when we don't win, Even though we just have not won for 30 years, look how crazy we all get.
Yeah, I agree. Hey,
Some of these conversations I've been hearing and seeing on social media and YouTube and other places, what are we doing? What are we talking about here?
What did Roy say? Yeah, DQ's best season in Atlanta was his first. Yeah, it was in Atlanta. Was his first year. Yeah. Oh, that was the Super Bowl year wasn't his first year. Right? That wasn't his first year.
No, it wasn't his first year.
No, it wasn't his first year, but I think from a coaching's perspective, I actually think Roy's right. I think he did his best work his first year. I think that's a fair argument.
Because Kyle wasn't there yet.
I think he's doing his good work. I think he's doing work now, but at a certain time, you're gonna have to tell your friend to step up. Your DC. Your guy that you're training. Or at what point does DQ take over the DC responsibilities?
He should. ASAP.
See, that's the one guy that deserved a lot of. Well, not the only one. That's one of the guys that deserved a lot of slander this week was Joe Witt.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about that one. We gotta talk about that during the pregame. We got a lot of Joe Witt. I got a lot of Joe Witt stuff to talk about. You know what? Screw that. George, go ahead. Talk about Joe Witt. You know what? Talk about Joe. He did his presser and everything. I didn't see his presser, but Paul told me about his presser. He said he annoyed him. So you know what? That's current. I'm not gonna lie. It's current enough. And that would be late news. So I don't like he said that. I think Paul. I'm paraphrasing because Paul. Big ups to Paul. He gave me this. He said. Paul said. Joe Witt came out and said. People just gotta stop trying to be super, like trying to be Superman in their roles. You know what I'm saying? Like they just gotta do their job. I'm paraphrasing by saying this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think. And Paul said this, and I totally agree with Paul. I think when players do that. When they're trying to do more in their role than they're supposed to do, I believe they don't believe the call. They don't believe in the call. So when you don't believe in the call and the play that's being called, you do your own thing, right? Hey, Roy, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
I know Roy told me not to. I just want to tell you I appreciate you because Roy. That's because Roy told me something. So no. Roy told me not to do that.
My bad.
Thank you, Roy. You ever told me. That's why I said. Just tell him appreciate you. Appreciate you, Roy. But yeah, I feel like
my bad.
I know, Roy. I know. But yeah, I feel like when that happens. I mean, Glenn, you're a coach, so you see it.
This is what I see. I think when guys do that, either it's one of two things. Your first point is valid, right? Your first point. The other thing is they don't trust the guy beside them.
Okay, that's another good one,
right? Or they don't trust the person beside them because they try to cover for somebody, right? Or they try to do too much. But it's the DC's job. It's a DC job to make sure that everybody understands their responsibility, right? We be honest. We spent a lot of money on the guys up front. They doing a great job stopping the run. It's what we said a couple of years ago. The secondary looks confused.
Yeah.
The secondary is the ones that look like there's a problem, right?
Yeah.
Like, why are guys run open? Matt, here it is. I gotta go back to Sunday's game. Why is Bobby Wagner on Bijan Robinson coming out of the backfield? And I understand why. I understand running backs have to get the number 3 receiver. Trust me, I get it. But you got to be able to get him some help if the number 3 receiver is faster. And we saw Bobby look old the other day. Covering
it was Bijan Robinson. Of course, it shouldn't be checking Bijan Robinson. That's like Marshall Faulk. Bijan Robinson has Marshall Faulk traits as a running back receiver. He has that trait. Like one, he is old. He's not the same. He's not the same. He's not the same Bobby Wagner. But I would say, honestly, young Bobby Wagner ain't checking Bijan Robinson in the flat anyway. Checking him for real. It's
probably true too.
Probably true, right?
So I'm just keeping it a being like he shouldn't ever be on Bijan Robinson. Period in life.
You got to when you got running backs coming out of the backfield.
But you shouldn't be isolated. You can run 3 routes. You can run 3 and then we talked about this, during the post game show. But there's other things you can do to make sure that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like you can utilize your other linebackers. Hampton's got cut. Mike, he ain't there anymore.
Yeah, Hampton's gone.
But I mean, Madrano is fine. I mean, he can't tackle. Madrano can't tackle, but he's speed. He has speed. I want to play McGee more. I mean, everybody knows that. I
do too. I want McGee to play more.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, my bad, Mike. My bad. I would like to play McGee more.
I mean, the biggest issue is we thought this secondary was leaps and bounds better than last year, and they looked like the worst unit on the team. So what's happening there? Like why is that the case?
Why? Look, man, every time, this is my issue. And I said this before. It's always something's wrong. No, sometimes that's to a point. Sometimes you got to take fault. The reporters, and to be fair, reporters who come on the show have said that what they like about Joe Witt Jr. is that he's taking fault. And I'm not around him. I don't get all the clippings. So I won't act like I've heard it or not heard it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to say he hasn't taken fault or has taken fault. But I do think that sometimes, in this situation where I'm about fans and everybody in general, we always blame it's the talent, it's this, it's that. We never put onus on if you I feel like when people at times it can't always be the talent. True. We got rid of somebody else. Oh, now this person gonna be better. We're gonna be better. We drafted Trey Amos. We let St. Juice go. We let this person go. I'm joking when I say St. Juice. St. Juice go. We let this person go. We're gonna be better. But the same thing still occurs. Then what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? That's why, again, I'm gonna always say this, and it's not a knock on anybody else. I'm always gonna say this. There's levels in this coordinator thing. There's a reason. Cliff is good. Whatever you want to say about Cliff in terms of sequencing plays, Cliff is good at scheme. He's good at calling offense because he gets people open. He can score a lot of points. He is capable. Cliff doesn't have to have a massively offensively talented roster. He needs his quarterback and a couple players, and he can make it work. He needs a particular quarterback to make it work, right? He got a Jayden. He needs a particular type of quarterback, but his offense typically scores points. He did it with Kyler Murray. He's done it here with Jayden. Yeah. So he is good at giving you points as an offensive coordinator. That he is good at that. There are levels when you call in defense to be good at your job or be elite at your job when you don't need everybody on the field to be an all-world player or all-world talent. That's a fact. There's certain coordinators who could do it. That's why when people come out and tell me oh, he don't got talent, I'm like, I've seen coordinators with less talent put their defense as a top 10. I'm not saying they are the best defense in the NFL, but they're top 10. That guy in
Minnesota does it.
Yeah, that's one. But I'm not going to. You know what? I'm not going to put names out there because there's a couple guys I've seen watching. To be real with you, I'll give you an example.
Your man, Greg Williams.
Well, not even that, dog. I'll give you another one. Because everyone hears me say that and they always say, "Oh, you always mention him." I literally watched the Arizona Cardinals play defense. They're missing their 2 starting corners.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they are still flying to football, still playing hella defense.
Yep.
They were playing with dudes that undrafted cornerbacks, bro.
The Gannon knows how to coach defense out there.
And I'm telling you, there's levels to this, man. That's what I'm saying. There's levels to this. That's all I'm saying. When folks say, well, we don't got this or we don't got that, I'm like, there are teams out there that have less than us. And still are playing well defensively. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
But it starts with coaching. It starts with motivation. You gotta have the one.
Is Arizona's defensive line that much better? Do you watch? They're a bunch of grunt dudes. They playing with old Calais Campbell. For real. Nah. Sometimes we gotta no. That's what I'm saying. People make excuses for what it is. That defense, they're coached well. That is a well coached defense. That's all I'm saying.
And Washington's isn't right now. Washington's is not a well coached defense right now. I think it's what you're saying, but it's what you're saying too, Glenn.
Arizona.
and it kind of goes back to what somebody said very early in the chat about this team lacking energy.
Right.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of energy on this defense right now from anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, where is that spark? Luvu was one of those guys last year. He hadn't been that guy this year.
He looking like Jimmy.
Somebody has got to provide a spark for this defense. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know how, but somebody's got to do it because they seem flat every week.
Well, remember we said that when Ron Rivera was there, they came out flat at the beginning of the games. It wasn't a problem. So again, it goes on Dan Quinn. Why is this team coming out flat, right? Why are they coming out with not energized? Why is this team coming out in this? You're going 0-3, or the case may be. So, gotta be. You have to. You have to be able to come out flat, especially if you want the ball first, right?
Agreed.
If you get the ball first, then you definitely have to be able to maintain possession, and so the defense will be able to start galvanizing themselves and getting ready to go. Now, if you're the defense and you and you're on defense first, you got to come out of that tunnel ready to go. Headhunters.
Yeah, deluxe. Yeah, 6 new starters on the defense. Chemistry and refined roles take time. I agree with that. That's fair.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's very fair. I'm on it. Yeah, that's
That's
very
why
fair.
That's why you got to play more in preseason, Deluxe. You're right.
Yeah.
They wasted the preseason, so that's part of that.
Yeah. So far they have no idea what to do when teams run them. I know that's crazy.
Yes, sir.
That's the crazy thing. It's a copycat league, and people keep doing that. It's crazy, and you still haven't fixed it.
Hey, because they see something on film, baby. That's what you mean with copycat.
You heard it here. You heard it here first. They don't believe in the DC. Yeah. See, Paul's with me when it comes to DC. He's with me. We don't agree often. We sometimes we agree. It's a magic. When me and Paul agree, it's a magical thing.
So here's the question then: why did they believe in the DC last year? Same scheme.
What you mean? I had questions about the DC last year. I had questions,
but I think there was. Okay, last year they did lack talent in certain areas.
Yeah,
and I think at times they did the very best they could, and unfortunately, that ran out in the playoffs.
Do you want to know the truth? Do you want to know? And I think they didn't. I agree with this. You know what? You want to know the truth? What were they doing differently offensively that they're doing now?
They were running the football.
So they was winning time possession, but right, they kept them off the field.
Yes, they were.
That's what it was. They kept them off the field. They kept the defense off the field. That's what the difference was. So when anytime an offense is not on the field often, they press and they try to bring the extra play because they know their time on the field is short.
Right.
So if you want to be real, I won't even say they trusted it. I'm just saying like the offense helped the defense out a lot by keeping them off the field, which again, I think they may have overjudged their defense to a point where they had to go back to that same strategy to have to keep the defense off the field. I wouldn't say they trusted more. I just think that they had drives where we were like, oh, they're off the field. I think that they did that this year with this defense, it'd be the same thing.
Okay.
2 games with 8. Yeah. You get that with Jayden, we hit them long fields. I think it'll be a little different. Yeah. 2 games with Marcus Mariota. Mariota was okay. I'm not mad at Mariota.
Yeah, Marcus was fine.
I think Mariota
and let's remember too, it might be harder to do these long drives because we're doing so good in special teams that we got the best field position in football, pretty much.
Yeah, but you still can't. If you run the football and do what they're doing, quick, no huddle, no huddle, quick game, quick pace. Run the football. They can go back to it. They were getting teams tired last year, so they go back to that style of play. Sometimes I think when you get too many toys, you think you're supposed to be like this type of offense. Sometimes you go what works for you, man. Like go what works for you. What works for you is what you did last year. Run the football with Jayden and the backs, and you'll be fine. That's my belief.
My thing is to also get the offensive line to get a push, right? I mean, it goes to the point with the back. When you get the offensive line to get a push and you're getting 4 or 5 yards of carry, you can slow the clock down. You can win the time of possession. You can open it up for play action. You can open it up for whatever you want when you always play in front of the sticks. When you start playing behind the sticks, that's the problem. And Jayden has to make sure, leg brace or not, that he's able to protect himself, able to get out the way when he needs to get out the way, able to slide when he can slide, but get the ball to the guys who need the ball and make plays.
I mean, Rob would say that, the Atlanta game had nothing to do with I know what you're saying, but I think it had nothing to do with Marcus. It had everything to do with Joe Witt's defense.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, how many points they score? I guess they scored 27.
Yeah, 27. Granted, they got 3 of those when they were, up against Prevent at the end. So really, they scored 24.
Let's go 24. 24 is fair. 24 for your backup. That's not bad. We weren't getting 20.
Pretty good.
We weren't scoring like that with Jayden. Like no disrespect, and it's not a knock on Jayden. I think Jayden's. When I say this, it's not a knock on Jayden. But I'm just putting in context. Like we weren't scoring that much with our starters before that. So Mark, I'm not gonna blame Marcus for that loss. You know what I'm saying? Like I blame that defense for being like everything was so easy. You know what I'm saying? So Marcus had to you're trying to ask Marcus to be a Jayden, which that's not fair.
No,
you know what I'm saying. But again, to Jayden, like that, we needed Jayden to be Jayden against the Packers, and he couldn't be Jayden against the Packers. You know what I'm saying? The Giants in the second half, they were a better defense, right? Well, they kind of kept the muzzle on us defensively until like we had a couple big plays to kind of put the game away. So I'm just saying, like, we haven't. In all honesty, this offense hasn't been the same offense we saw last year.
No, has not been.
Like, in all honesty, if we're gonna keep it a beam, this offense hasn't been the same offense yet. You know what I'm saying? Now we scored 40 against the Raiders, and that was a lot going on to get that 40. But in all honesty, this offense hasn't been the same offense we saw last year. So,
no,
I think that's the fair thing to say. But Joe Witt. I don't want to keep talking because everybody looks at me like I'm a Joe Witt hater. So I don't want to keep talking about Joe Witt personally. I mean, it is what it is. But they need to, whatever it is, they're going to need to get it together. Because to your point, I think, Glenn, you said it, like eventually Dan Quinn, if he keeps going like this, Dan Quinn's going to have to call plays.
You got to call plays because because somebody's going to have to take the fall for this, right?
Yeah.
You can't keep winning games 40-41. Yeah. I mean, I'm just using for example. You can't give the NFL, you can't give up 40 points every week.
Yeah,
and get your quarterback hurt. So you have to do something.
By the way, Wole, oftentimes when you're accused of hating, you're actually being a truth teller. Don't forget that.
Thank you. Thank you, George. I think I am being a truth teller. But some folks think I hate all the time. You know,
that's what's up.
I know I'm petty too, though. Don't get twisted. I own my pettiness, though. I do know I'm petty.
That's fair.
Okay,
we know that.
I would tell about him. This is 2 years now. Yeah, I will tell about him. This is 2 years. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is my thing.
We knew what we were gonna get.
Yeah, and I'll say this too. Like, I just don't like. This is the thing. We talked about this defense having to stop the run. Whatever. Like, we're gonna be. This is the thing. We're gonna now see if we're able to stop the run like we think we're gonna be able to stop the run. You know what I'm saying? Because B. John made it look easy, right? And boy made it look easy too. The backup running back was like doing work, like breaking tackles. What's his name? Algier. Yeah, Algier was doing work too. So, but this is the thing. Like I said, this like B. John is what we're gonna like it's a top five back, easily a top 5 back. I don't even say a top 3 back for real. You can say that. You can make that argument. Then, so he's the most similar skill set that we're gonna see compared to, who that we tailored this team against, tailor around, right? We all talk about we got this team built to stop who?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Saquon, right?
That's exactly right.
Would you say B. John is comparable to Saquon?
Yes,
I would say so.
I mean, he's the number one ranked back in the NFL in terms, number one ranked player in the NFL in terms of the NFL top 100.
Right.
So I'm just saying, like,
and rightfully
we'll know, like, all the talk about us. This now we're able to stop the run. We'll know because basically when we say stop the run, we're really talking about one team. We're really talking about one team. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get tested with Detroit the same way. We're talking about when we see Gibbs. So that's how I look at it. Like, we're gonna see if it is like if we're really that team stopping the run. Now, granted, I think we are better than we were last year stopping the run. Don't get it twisted. I felt like last year it didn't matter who ran the football. We were gonna get some rushing yards. But I just feel like we're gonna see how stout we are in the next couple of weeks. I feel like coming up, we're going to, because even like we're gonna go against Amari Hampton, who I think is a talented running back, and we know how Harbaugh wants to run the football. So we'll know. We'll know Sunday.
Oh, Harbaugh wants to run the football. We'll know Sunday.
We'll know Sunday.
Yeah, we'll know Sunday because Harbaugh. That's the thing. He runs the ball and he runs and sets everything up.
Yeah,
off the run.
Omarion is cooking now.
Yeah, yes. Hey, Roy, I agree. But you know what? We've been built for this, though. Supposedly, we built for this. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not about. It's the same thing as what Wole said last week. It's not about stopping him. It's about containing him.
Yeah, I don't think about.
They did not contain Bijan last week.
I said that.
Not
that's what I meant. Like, you don't stop players
right.
You don't stop players like that. You don't, because they're gonna break a run. They won't break a run, but it's about containing. You know what I'm saying? Teams that figure Saquon out, been stopping him. I don't know. Nobody don't say stop. Figure Saquon out. Like I don't know his stats. What's Saquon's stats? Let's look at Saquon's stats because Mike be saying stuff sometimes that just be out this world. He talked about having. I ain't gonna say nothing about Mike, man. I love Mike. You know what I'm saying? Mike, he only. Oh yeah, you know what, Mike, you're right. They put 8 in the box. The Chiefs, he played good against the Chiefs though. He played good against the Chiefs.
Well, you got 8
in the box.
When you stack the box, you got to hit something quick, man. That's where your screen. That's where your
screens come into play.
Yeah, your hitches come into play.
Also, I would
break the box.
Yeah, nobody stops Saquon. No stops Saquon. I ain't gonna lie to you. No stops Saquon the most. Real talk.
Philadelphia.
Not even that. I mean, that's close. No stops him for real. It's having a quarterback who can't throw the football for real. That's what stops him.
Don't let the Eagles fans hear you say that.
You can't open it. If you can't open it.
They're 4-0, so who cares?
How many look. They are.
Y'all gonna see.
No, look. No. They are a good team. They're a great team. Like how they're constructed, they're a really good team. Like they're probably best team. Definitely best team in the NFC right now.
Definitely the best team in the NFC.
But like I'm just saying, throwing the football, nah.
No.
They are down. They're down because you don't. They're down. Look, if I know, I'm gonna lie to you. If I know
you gotta run the ball,
that I have to stop Saquon, I'm putting everybody in the box. Well, look. We saw it in the Super Bowl. Kansas City did it in the Super Bowl. They just put everybody in the box, but Jalen Hurts was able to throw the ball better. Like I don't know what's happening now. Like I don't know if he's still beefing with AJ Brown. Like this is like a personal petty thing or something.
Right.
But look. I know I don't want to get off topic and talk about the Eagles. Yeah. But I will say this though: there's no way in God's green earth that AJ Brown should have a game when you do play with Saquon Barkley and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goddard that he should get a catch for like 7 yards. That is trifling. That's AJ Brown. That is trifling. Just all I'm saying. That is nasty. So that lets you know already, like what type of quarterback like that you're dealing with. We see it with Washington. We see it if you put 8 in the box and you're not worried about the quarterback. It is, Sorry, you're going to struggle and you're not get as many yards as you need to. That's just a fact. That's anything. That you know what I'm saying? That's anything. I mean, God bless Saquon because if anybody's used to it, he is. He had to deal with that crap in the Giants where he had to do that all the time. But no running back deserves that. No running back deserves that in life.
None.
You said what? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't take you serious. That's why I don't take you serious. You know what? That's why I don't take you serious.
Hey, Mike, it's time to go to bed, Mike. It's time to go to bed. It's time to go to bed. There's no way.
This is why I don't take you serious.
Luke is not better than AJ Brown.
Thank you. Playing with the Eagles, he won't. Look, he's had good years. I'm not going to do that to Jake. Like prior, he's had some really good years with the Eagles.
He had some good years with Tennessee, and he didn't have exactly all of them were throwing him the ball there either.
But this year is different. Like I think this dude, I know they was beefing at a time. Like this is petty. Like you think I'm petty? Like what this dude is doing? Like, nah, man. I seen him talk about. I seen AJ Brown talking recently after and he said I want the ball. My man said I want the ball. He said that but I'm not trying to be selfish because he's right. And I totally agree with him.
Yeah, he's right.
I feel like he was like, if I get the ball, I feel like it helps us win. I was like, you're right, it does. You are that dynamic. So I agree with you. Like he said, put the ball in my hands. I make special things happen. You know what? I was like, you do. Like I watched the game. I watched you did to us. Right. I know you can make things happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Jalen Hurts is nasty work. Michael Undertaker. Yeah, Mike tripping, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, Mike is tripping.
Yeah, he should read the book. Yeah, but hey, we about to end this.
Yo,
that was one of the funniest things last year.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
Real quick. Yeah, it's not going to be an issue because they're winning, right? Yeah. It's never an issue when they're winning.
Yes, I agree.
It's not going to be AJ. We talk about AJ Brown. We laugh, ha, joke. It's not an issue because they keep winning. They're undefeated. Yeah. So when they lose a game,
that's a problem.
That's when the problem.
They're going to have issues, but they need to lose first. That's a problem.
No, they should have lost the Rams game. They lost the Rams game.
They should have lost the Tampa. They should have lost the Tampa Bay game. Kick guy returns an extra block field goal. I mean, So again, but that's what we could talk about it. AJ Brown numbers are real low.
Yeah.
But again, real low but they're winning football games. It's not an issue.
And see,
until they lose.
They're not having the kind of conversations we're having because they're not 2-2. And they just lose to the dadgum Falcons like Washington did and looked terrible doing it.
Yeah.
The dadgum Falcons were shut out the week before by the damn Panthers. Good God Almighty!
Hey, stop talking about baseball, bro.
But Jayden changes that this weekend. Jayden changes that this weekend with all the excitement around him. He's explosive, and I think Washington, with Jayden being back, this team has their mojo back or their leader back, right?
Yes.
So
I agree with you. I totally agree. All right. Anyway, it's time to wrap this up. Appreciate y'all in the stream for always supporting us, man. You guys are dope.
Thank you so
don't
much.
forget to like this video. Like it. Even you, Mike, like this video. Like it, share it with others, man. We cry about two. I'm not crying
about 2-2.
Roy, I ain't crying about it. I'm just like, no, I'm crying about. I ain't gonna lie. I'm crying about Joe Witt. Though. I ain't gonna hold you, buddy.
I'm crying a little because these two losses have been horrific.
With JD5, my prediction for Luke Sunday is 2 touchdowns, 60-yard punt return, and bro. I know what? I'm not even doubting you no more. I'm just gonna let you say what you want to say. Now I'm not gonna fry you. You know what? You got me.
Except for the AJ Brown part.
After that touchdown happened, I was like, I rolled my eyes and I was like, damn, this is where we're at right now. I'm gonna hear Mike's mouth. I'm done. I ain't saying nothing about you, Mike. You got it. You and Luke, man. You and Luke, man. Are you related to Luke, bro? Mike? I mean, it'd be a wild relation, man. You related to him?
Fourth cousin, twice removed.
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Errrything. Also tweet us at ABG_Errrything. And hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_Errrything. Make sure you subscribe to our All Burgundy and Go Errrything YouTube channel as well. I'm looking at Mike's little comments. Mike, stop, man. You're making me laugh.
Another one. We'll
be back on Sunday for our Commanders Chargers pre and post game shows. Hey, make sure y'all pull up for that. The pregame will start at it's a 4:00 game, right? We'll start at 3 o'clock. It'll be started at 3 o'clock, and the post game show will be set at probably 7:15, 7:30. So make sure y'all pull up for that. Anyway, man, appreciate y'all pulling up. Man, you are the real MVPs. Luke, stop this, man. Luke. Joe must go. Another touchdown for Luke. Santiago, you and Mike now? Dang, that's tough.
Yeah. We're losing them one by one. Luke's making them believers, baby.
I know, man. Mike, you are like converting people out here, man. You were worse than a cult. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you've been listening to All Burgundy and Go Errrything, powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio, 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia for ages. You dig? Deuces. We are out.